Hello everyone, my name is PaperNapkin and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokémon FireRed. In the last episode we took on Sabrina, the psychic gym leader of Saffron City, and unfortunately we did lose oh shit in the process, but when all things are considered, that Alakazam that she had could easily have swept my entire team, so I'm pretty lucky to walk away with the Pokemon that I have now, and I have a smile on my face. I'm going to continue onwards. We'll remember oh shit, never forget. And without him, we definitely would not be at this point in the Let's Play. So in this episode, as you can see, I asked the viewers which way you want to go, and you responded. Everyone actually wanted me to go down Route 12 because they felt concerned that my Pokemon were underleveled, which is pretty interesting to see. This is definitely, a Let's Play experience. Everyone's getting involved. Everyone, has the same emotions that I do, and it's good to see. And I'm leading up with Ghostbust right now just because I feel she needs to get the most experience points. And oh, there's an item over there. How intriguing. Off screen, I went back to sell it on Game Corner. I picked up a Thunderbolt for Ghostbust just because I desperately needed a Thunder type attack, or Electric type attack rather. And she was actually the only one that could learn it. And considering she has the highest special attack of my Pokemon, it just made the most sense. And yeah. She's pretty under leveled for my other Pokemon in comparison, so hopefully she'll get a couple levels in this episode, and hopefully in this episode it won't be too long. I should be able to make it to Fuchsia City in about 15 minutes or so. If it goes any longer than that, I apologize. I don't like putting out videos that are that long, but in some situations, with Silph Co, probably better to do one video just because it's more continuous. I kind of hate having to abruptly stop in the middle of a video and then continue onwards. And how could the Psychic not kill Nidorino? Now I'm gonna have to waste another one. God dang it. That's the one bad thing about Psychic. It only has 10 PP, which is also probably another reason why I picked up Thunderbolt for Ghostbust. Just because for Pokemon that are not susceptible to Ghost type attacks, having to rely on Psychic will definitely lower my my ability to fight Pokemon. And as you can see, Ghostbust is evolving. I didn't even realize she leveled up there. And what is she going to evolve into, folks? I'm sure everyone already knows. For those of you that don't, how exciting is this? She is now a Haunter. And I really dislike the sprite in this generation. I don't agree with the right hand floating, or not that it's floating, that it's red. Like, why is the outline of that hand red? Just doesn't make any sense to me, folks. And she's trying to learn Shadow Punch, which is a decent ghost type move. 60 base power, can't miss. I just said I don't want to learn it. Yes, don't learn it. Okay, thank you. And if you don't have Shadow Ball at this point, definitely pick it up. And that was just an iron, nothing too important. And do I have to fight this guy? Let's try not to. I think he has a couple Magikarp. I'm pretty sure he does. I remember that guy vividly in my mind. So yeah. They're like level 20 something, they only know Splash, and they give shit experience points, so there's no point. Since this is a route I haven't caught a Pokemon on, I can catch a new one, but I can't catch this. Unfortunate. I already have Goddish at this point, so... But I will fight it, get some experience points, because it is evolved. And, wow, that... No! Why do you paralyze me? That's not good. Off screen, I did pick up some, Hyper Potions, Full Heals, Max Repels, and whatnot. Just because I figured it's a lot quicker to use those than going back and forth to the Pokemon Center. And a lot easier, on the editing and stuff like that too. And on the commentary. I hate having to cut back to the Pokemon Center just because sometimes I forget where I was in my commentary. And let's just use a full heal right now before I forget. And I kind of tidied up my inventory as well, put things in order. Not that you guys care too much. Should make navigating it a lot easier. More efficient. And yeah, continue onwards. And we are now on Route 13, and this is the point where a lot of Pokemon trainers are going to be using Flying type Pokemon and Water type Pokemon, surprisingly. So having Thunderbolt on Ghostbust is probably the best decision of this episode, let's say that. There's a lot of reasons to get it, and it's working out pretty nicely. Just because it should be some pretty easy experience for Ghostbust. Overkills. That's what I'm going for in this episode. And yeah, look at that. If you have an electric type Pokemon at this point, like a Voltorb or a Magnemite that you picked up before Rock Tunnel, great place to level them up. They're a little bit underleveled. And I guess a fighting type? No, not a fighting type. Ice-type Pokemon would be really good as well, especially against a flying type. But Kane's pretty high level at this point. He doesn't need camera time as much as Ghostbust does. I feel like I've only used her a couple times, if that, since I've caught her, so I kind of want to get everyone into the video shots, so that way, you know, it's more exciting for people to watch. And as you can see, this next little area is like a maze-filled area. It's pretty annoying. There are some hidden items around, one of which is a PP up, which is pretty useful. It boosts the PP, obviously, of a Pokemon's move, which is pretty good, especially if you have a special move that you want to use very often, but it has low PP. Like, I know Goddess has Giga Drain, which has 5 PP, which is ridiculous, so I might use it on that. But since we're on Route 13, we can catch a new Pokemon, and it's a Venonat, which is a Bug-type Pokemon, and I think it's Bug Poison, I think? Yeah, that makes sense. I think a Thunderbolt won't kill it, but, actually, it probably will kill it. Don't kill it. Don't kill it. Oh, it didn't. Very good. And, yeah, Venonat is the pre-evolution to Venomoth, which we saw Sabrina have. And it's a pretty decent Pokemon. There's definitely room on it for my team. But, I think I'm going to hold off on using it on a consistent basis, just until I see what Pokemon I'm going to catch in the upcoming areas. If I do lose a Pokemon, Venonat will probably be the first one I go to, especially over Batgirl and Snake. And I need a good name for this. Is it female or male? It's male, okay. Venonat. Kind of looks like a Furby, but then it doesn't really go with Venomoth's name. Let's go with Frank. That has nothing to do with Pokemon or anything clever, but I just feel like this is a good name for this Pokemon. So Frank is the newest addition to our team, and hopefully he'll be a valued member. But as we go back to the maze, there's different couple of ways you can go. I don't think there's an item down there. Actually, if you talk to the sign, it'll tell you that there's an item here. Or maybe, yeah. Well, actually, let's go take a look. I don't remember this too properly. Look to the left of that post. Which post? This one? This one. Or maybe you need the item finder. I'm gonna guess you need the item finder. And I don't really want to fight him. Let's go up here. But yeah, as you can see, there's different routes you can go, depending on which trainers you want to fight. Let's go up here. I think there's an item up here that we have to move this guy for. And let me guess, flying type Pokemon? Yep, Birdcage. It'd be weird if he didn't use flying type Pokemon and he still had a Birdcage. It's like his pet Birdcage. And should be quick work. Throwing Thunderballs left and right. Yeah, easy. And that friggin' red outline on the hand is still bugging me. Why did they decide to do that? Is it like, maybe like they're trying to show that it's got like powers and there's, you know, just pulsating from its hand, but why? I don't like it. That's my beef. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. As you can see, this person just has Spearows. This is not fun. We're definitely at the point in the game where Pokemon's like, you know what? We're running out of new Pokemon to include to show off. Let's just have the trainers use 6 of the same thing, which is kind of annoying. Great for grinding, especially if you have, you know, a super effective type, but not great for you guys to watch. So I apologize for that. And yeah, I definitely, I really enjoyed the feedback I got from people, especially as to which route to go. I was surprised that people were so, I don't know, involved in that they wanted my Pokemon to level up and not die. It's pretty interesting to see that people can get involved in a Let's Play like you guys have. I know it's probably the same for all Let's Plays, but to actually have people follow mine as actively as they have been, especially considering this is my first Let's Play, you know, it's a great feeling. It's really rewarding. And I love the feedback. I love getting people involved, and I definitely want people to get more involved. So I think what I'm going to do, since we just caught that Venonat, it doesn't really apply now, but I want people to provide names for the next Pokemon that I capture. Obviously, you don't know what Pokemon it's going to be, but if you can get something general or maybe not so general, just pick something, and we'll definitely go with it. I won't go with every name, obviously, but obviously I just trapped myself, so I do have to go this way. That is so weird. I didn't know that happened. If you like exit a route and go back, he like resets. Okay, interesting. But yeah, if you have an exciting or interesting name that you want me to use on one of my Pokemon, feel free to leave a suggestion, and I'll probably pick the best couple ones and, you know, line them up and go from there. Please keep them appropriate, you know, nothing too vulgar. But yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys come up with. Because when it comes to Pokemon names, yeah, there's a couple that I'm pretty proud of. You know, like Pancake, Hope was appropriate. Ghostbus is a pretty unique name. But I'm kind of getting tapped out at this point. And I don't really want to, you know, sit there beforehand and come up with a list of Pokemon names myself. Just because it kind of takes away from the fun of it. And I figured, you know what? Great way to get other people involved in the Let's Play. And Doduo, interesting Pokemon. Doduo and Dodrio are the only Pokemon that can actually learn Tri-Attack in this generation, I believe. Actually, no, that's not true. Porygon can also learn Tri-Attack, but Porygon's so rare and that not many people use it. And Tri-Attack's really interesting in that it is a normal type attack, but it has a chance of either burning, paralyzing, or freezing the opponent's Pokemon. And that's pretty devastating because you don't, like, how do you deal with that? You can't really. You can't predict it. And if I didn't have Hope at this point, I probably would pick up a Doduo, or at least try to, just because they're pretty cool Pokemon. And I remember in the anime, that episode where, you know, Ash goes to the racing area, and there's like the Ponyta, and then that, you know, the evil guy, evil in quotation marks, he has the Dodrio. I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome Pokemon. It reminded me a lot of Final Fantasy VII, which I was playing a lot at the time, and how you get Chocobos and you race them around and stuff. So I was definitely keen on that. But then I realized, you know, Dodrio, while it's fast, it's not really that good of a flying type Pokemon. And I don't even know how it can use Fly, because I mean, it doesn't actually fly. Which is one of those weird Nintendo logic things. And I'm starting to run out of Thunderbolts, so maybe I'll use an Ether or switch someone else in here. And, oh, a Fearow. This should be some pretty good experience points. I really don't like Fearow. I don't know why. They're just not very good Pokemon, I think. Their stats are pretty crappy compared to Pidgey and Pidgeotto and eventually Pidgeot. But one thing I do like about Fearow, and Spearow before it, is that if you don't evolve Spearow at level 20, where it normally evolves, it can learn Sky Attack at level 21, which is, you know, the strongest flying type move in the game, and I think only Moltres can learn it otherwise, which is pretty cool. Not a lot of people know that. It took me a while to figure out that myself. And who should I fight? I don't really want to fight them. Are we on a new route? I think I am. Yeah, I definitely am. Oh, wait. Okay, so I caught the Venonat on 14? Was it 14? I can't remember now. We'll just say I caught something on 14 and go on to 15. That makes more sense to me. And let's cut down this tree. I'm gonna have to look back now. I'm confused. Anyways, if you do go up here, there's a bunch of bikers that have poison type Pokemon. Actually, maybe I should go fight them. Yeah, I think I'll go fight a couple at least. Might as well. Psycho will do super damage to them, and great experience for Ghostbus. Interesting choice of attire. The vest with the nipples pointed out, you know, sexy really. And coughing, quick work, easy, easy, easy. Hopefully Ghostbus will hit level 30 by the time we get to the end here. And off screen, I don't know if I'm gonna come back and, you know, fight all the other trainers here. Maybe if I feel it's absolutely necessary. But yeah, I kind of want to minimize the amount of off-screen stuff I do, just because I feel less involved with you guys if I do that. And this is Muck, the evolved form of Grimer. I don't think we've encountered this one yet. And pretty defensively bulky Pokemon. Not very good special defense. And if you spell his name backwards, it's pretty interesting, but I'm not going to say it. You can figure it out yourself. And I can just imagine everyone, you know, with a piece of paper like, M-U-K? Spelled backwards is K-U-M? But what does that mean? Oh my goodness, that's so dirty. Pokemon, why are you so dirty? And I don't actually have to fight any of these people. And if we come over here, we have TM18, which is Rain Dance, which is a pretty unique move. It falls under the category of environmental moves. If you use Rain Dance, it makes it so it rains during battle, and it goes for multiple turns. And certain Pokemon have abilities, like Swift Swim, which will make it so they're faster in the rain, and I think boosts water type moves, and it reduces the damage of fire type moves, but don't quote me on that. There are other moves like that later on, which should be pretty interesting. It definitely adds an interesting dynamic to the battle. And new Pokemon for Route 15, another friggin' Oddish. Go figure. I'm just gonna run away, why bother? And yeah, I definitely plan to use a certain move in the future, but yeah, until then, I'm not gonna divulge it. Though I'm sure, based on my team, people already know. And a Bellsprout, level 29. Is it grass poison? Let's find out. It might just be grass. Nope, grass poison. I should know this by now. I should know all the Pokemon types. Actually, back in the day when I used to play Pokemon Red a lot, I was pretty obsessive. I had like this Pokemon Pokedex book, which I bought from like the school book fair. It was like 20 bucks or something ridiculous like that. But it had like really cool pictures of every Pokemon. It had the levels that they evolved, the levels that they learn certain moves. It had their stats and whatnot, and it had like little bit of information, random tidbits and whatnot. And I really enjoyed that book, and I would like read it when I was on the toilet, when I was taking a bath, or just like had some free time. And I absorbed like almost every little bit of information in that book. And I would go around and be like, oh, did you know this? Did you know that? Like little things too that are completely obvious, but unless you read it or someone tells you, you just wouldn't know. Like Poliwag. When it evolves to Poliwhirl, the spiral on its stomach actually changes directions. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty random. Also, like Shelder, when it bites the tail of Slowpoke, that's what causes a Slowpoke to evolve into Slowbro. And I think that's the only situation of like a symbiotic relationship between Pokemon. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And if we come through here, and as you can see, we're on Route 15, and we're in Fuchsia City. That was probably the shortest route in existence. I don't even know why they consider that a route. It should just be Fuchsia City. Anyways, we're in Fuchsia City, and the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon FireRed, we're going to do a little tour around, see what there is to be seen, maybe even fight the gym leader. But until next time, my name is PaperNapkin. Take it easy, folks.